trying everything. I'm trying everything. Channing Tatum's got some island. He's like Jeffrey Epstein throwing orgies on an island. It's just one bad show after the next. And I mean, my cable bill with all these streaming services is about $0.10 a month. So I need more. I need Pain Day.
You got to have Pain Day. There's no doubt about that. And yes, I even, now, albeit it was a very long day for me, but I even was falling asleep on the couch watching the Yankee game last night. I was just like,
automatic.
They like intentionally walked Judge at one point. I was waiting for Judge to hopefully homer, and then they intentionally walked him at one point. And I went, all right, that's enough for me. I can't. I'm falling asleep.
Who needs sleeping pills when you got the Yankees on?
Yeah, it was an exciting finish, though, I guess. So it did end that way. Bases loaded for the Twins in the top of the 10th in Cleveland against the Guardians. So we will keep our eyes on there, as that's what I've got on now after Baltimore's walk-off win with Santander. Pain Day Week 3 kicks off tonight at JetLife, the Swamp, the Meadowlands, New Jersey, for the Jets and the Patriots. Let's start by hearing from the Jet head coach, Robert Saleh. Of course, the Jets were on the road the first 2 weeks of the season, 1-1, loss in San Francisco, a win in Music City. Saleh, very excited for his team to get back in front of the home crowd.
I hope it's off the chain. I mean, it's our home opener coming on a Thursday. I know our fans are some of the most passionate fans in all of football, and really looking forward to the atmosphere on Thursday night. And to answer your question, it's you want to play in the spotlight. You know, as a coach, you want all 1 o'clock games because of the consistency of the week, but at the same time, you want to be a part of it because it means you're doing something good. And so it's being under the lights and being the only show on TV is a fun thing.
Listen, I don't really think they have fans because they never win. So I don't want to hear it, and neither do the Giants. Every team says that we have the greatest fans in the world. Yeah, whatever. I'll say this: the Patriots give up passing yards. All you have to do is get rid of the ball quick against the Patriots, and they're like dead last in the NFL in stopping it. They don't stop the quick passes. If you throw the ball on the outside, in the flat, in the slot, get rid of the ball. If Rodgers drops back and gets rid of the ball quickly, you know who was great at that in college was Penix. I thought he got rid of the ball so quickly out of his hand, and that's why they won all those games. I think it's an easy way for the Jets to beat the Patriots tonight. And I got to tell you, this morning I did lay it. I don't even care. I'm not even going to wait for you to put it up.
You laid it, huh? Yeah, I'll put it up in a moment. Let's hear from Mayo first. Of course, rookie head coach. First time he's got to experience the Mayo Clinic. First time he's got to experience the short week. Everybody makes such a big deal about the Sunday to Thursday. Rookie head coach doing it. Let's see how he's handling it.
I think the first thing is to recover. That's the first thing. And so in saying that, we're going to bring the guys in late every day this week. They'll come in around 2 o'clock. I think it's important that those guys rest up, and it also gives the coaches an opportunity to get the game plan all put together. So that's the first thing. And secondly, it just comes back to executing. When you're sore, when you're tired, that's what it really comes back to.
Listen, I saw a story today about the reason why they look so different than under Belichick is that he was this guy ran it with an iron fist. He was literally Putin running the Patriots. Like they were in fear of him and their jobs, and it was all business. This guy's actually coaching them and, frankly, being one of them. He's kind of a player's coach. He's all about being one of the boys, and he's all business in that he understands he's got to win games and they got a job to do every week. But here's the thing with rest. It's simple. Like I see it now at the gym. They got hyperbaric chambers. They got all this stuff. They got red light therapy, whatever that is. Everywhere I go, red light therapy. You know, where I grew up, red light district. How does that sound? And then here's the deal. Ice baths. And here's the deal. Don't practice. I mean, what's the point? If you play Sunday and you travel for a Thursday night game, I think it should be meetings, film, and walkthroughs, no contact, ice baths, hyperbaric chambers. Try to get better. And, Christ, if it's bad enough, guzzle painkillers. I mean, honestly, let's get real here. They need to show up Thursday night. Nothing else matters.
Look, they're also not exactly, they're not exactly flying to Seattle here either. It's like
45 minutes.
It's like the Acela. You can take the train, jump on the Acela Express and get them down there in a couple of hours. So it's not that much of a grueling trip.
Who cares what their problems are? I hate them.
It's not. I hate them both. This is the first time in 24 meetings between these two teams that the Jets are favored. You believe that? That was the longest streak in the NFL. This is the first time in 24 games the Jets are favored over the Pats. It's -6.5 as we sit here right now, a few hours to kickoff. 38.5 is the total for tonight.
I laid 6. So all this 1/2 and 7 is nonsense. I got it at 6. It is what it is. I actually think tonight, and I could be wrong because the Patriots have owned them, but that was a different era. This is a whole new era for them. And I know they look good in 2 games, and fair enough. They didn't make mistakes, turn the ball over, no picks, no fumbles, stuff like that. That's why I thought they were in those games. That's why they won that game in Cincinnati. The Bengals turned the ball over left and right. You remember the guy running into the end zone for a touchdown? He's at the 1-yard line and he fumbles. That was no different than the Super Bowl when Seattle threw the pick in the end zone to Butler. So if you make mistakes in the NFL at this level, you lose. I don't care who you're playing. And here's the deal. I think that the Jets, with this guy, Rodgers, they have talent now. They have the ability to spread it out, get rid of the ball, and score. And they have a running back, 2 of them. They have a running attack. They got 2 guys that can produce. They have a vicious defense. What I saw when I envisioned this game was the Jets just blowing them out. I really did. Like 6, forget 6. How about they win by 26?
Yeah, look, I think early in the week I was leaning on the New England side because of how well they had played through the first 2 weeks. But I'm with you. I'm going to go after them here tonight, Scotty. Now, look, I would love, if the Patriots ever won this game, I would take, we'll give away that under 4.5 if it meant they beat the Jets tonight. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think that for the first time this year, the Patriots are going to be put in a spot where they're going to be having to chase by 2 scores, 3 scores. Yeah, and that's not something that I don't think they're going to be very good at doing. So I'm with you. I think we're laying it here tonight. I don't know about I don't really love the total per se. I think if it's the game that I'm envisioning, it probably gets over. 31-10, that's good enough for the over at 38.5. I think the Jets are going to score some points. So
I'm with you. I think they're going to score tonight. And look, the Patriots were allegedly, according to all the geniuses out there that have something to say about the NFL, which is like 5 million people are geniuses now. Everybody's got all the answers. Everyone said that the Patriots were going to win less than 4.5 games. They were going to win 2, 3 games, 4 games at best, and that they're going to be horrible. They've been anything but, so everyone was wrong. But if they were right, that starts tonight. They get their ass beat.
Most bet player props for tonight. The most bet is actually Ramondre Stevenson over 15.5 rushing attempts. Now, he's had over 20 in each of the first 2 Patriot games. But as we said before, Scotty, those games were tight, close, 1-score games. Is he going to be running the football if they're down 14, 17 points tonight? I am not so sure. Garrett Wilson over 65.5 receiving yards. Breece Hall over 30.5 receiving yards. Stevenson over 65.5 rushes. And Jalen Polk under 19.5 receiving yards.
Well, those are, I think, extremely difficult props, right? So if they're down, then he's not going to run the ball 16 times. The only one that seems to make sense to me at all is the Garrett Wilson receiving yards, right? Because they throw the ball to Allen, and Hall's the one running the ball, so they're talking about him having all these receiving yards. Meanwhile, they throw it to the other guy. So, and, I'm not on the Stevenson train tonight, and I don't even know what that last one is. I don't even know. That's like Chinese to me. I don't have anything to say. So I'm not on any of these. Thanks so much.
There you go. Although everyone else is. They're the most bet. We don't have to be on them. That's for
everyone
sure.
Everyone else. You mean like the 90% of the people that lost millions on the Eagles on Monday night, you mean those people? I don't listen to any of this nonsense. It's all this is to drive you nuts and make you lose money. All they do is, oh, come on in. We love you. We love you. Here's a free drink. Have a steak. Oh, by the way, we're going to sleep with your wife and take your entire life savings. Shut up.
That is what they're trying to do for you, absolutely. Aaron Rodgers, if you're looking for him to have a big yardage game, keep this in mind. He has not gone over 300 yards passing in 24 straight games. 24 straight games he has not gone over 300 yards. It's a big number tonight if you want him to do it. But just keep that in mind for them. He's been on.
He doesn't even throw for 200 yards.
That is correct. Some have said he's been more of a game manager here his first 2 weeks with the Jets. That's not what they.
Well, they finally have someone that's not screwing it up.
Not screwing it up, indeed. He's definitely not doing that. Here's what I have for you in terms of the touchdowns for tonight. So we're going to try to stay good with these first touchdown scores in primetime. And I think I said this to you yesterday. I am expecting Garrett Wilson to be the absolute focal point for the Jet offense tonight. He hasn't scored in the first 2 games. I think that, and Rodgers has looked through him. He's got a very high target share. I think that Rodgers is going to make it a point to get Garrett Wilson in the end zone tonight. And I'm even going to take a shot, Scotty, that he's going to be the first one that he tries to get in the end zone tonight. So plus 700, 7-1 for Garrett Wilson to be the first touchdown scorer. But I would also play him, Scotty, anytime, which I think was around 130 or 140. So you can back that up there. Alan Lazard at plus 370. He's obviously liked him the first couple of weeks. And I want to throw at least one pat in there. We think they'll be throwing because they're down. Hunter Henry had 10 catches last week, Scotty, in that game against the Seahawks. He seems to be the guy that Brissett is looking to out on that field. They have an awful wide receiving core. So Hunter Henry at the tight end spot seems to be his guy. And it's plus 500. I'll take a shot with Double H there.